One of the great pleasures I have in this business is to see some of the very best golf courses in the industry, and this year has been no exception. Hi everybody, I'm Joel Simmons for another 2-minute Turf Talk. This year I got to spend some time at one of my favorite golf courses, Valhalla in Louisville, Kentucky, and spend some time with the Superintendent, John Ballard. On this week's 2-minute Turf Talk, we're going to pull out a clip from this week's podcast with John, where he talks about how he manages and recruits his staff. I hope you enjoy both. You've been doing some pretty interesting recruiting things, though. Talk about some of that. You've been going into the universities, and what kind of tricks do you have up your sleeve on getting guys into the or folks into the business?
Well, I think, as I mentioned, when I first started, we were pretty depleted, and so I knew, hey, we've got to go out and try to recruit. I just think that's a big piece that folks maybe forget about a little bit. I think that the common thing is, I'm going to post a job online. It's going to be a nice golf course. We're going to pay something, and all of a sudden they're just going to come in. And I just felt like that wasn't the way to go about it, that I actually wanted to get in front of the students, talk to them, tell them what we could offer them, and sort of build from there. We've had a tremendous amount of success with that. I mean, obviously I visit my alma mater, Tennessee. Penn State does a wonderful job fair that I've been up there for a couple of years. Ohio State, the ATI program in Worcester. So again, just trying to kind of get those feelers out there. And what I had found is, I think at the beginning, we were looking for interns. And it's not that we're not looking for interns, but I think when you go into a classroom and you start talking about the next generation about, hey, what are the real expectations that you can have? What's your path? And everyone's is different. I try to help them with that. So whether, maybe Valhalla's in your fit, but maybe it's not, and I can help you with that. I just talked to a kid yesterday who is looking at Colonial down in Texas, us, or maybe Caves Valley. I think that was the third one. And we talked through sort of the pros and cons of all of them. And the best fit for him is probably to go to Colonial. They've got a big renovation coming up. They've got the Charles Schwab tournament that's going on, so he could check both those boxes.
Not in transition zones.
Right, exactly. So, it's not always about, hey, we think we're the best, although I feel really good about what we do. We talk about intentional development with our students all the time, our interns. That's why you were in, right? We try to make those things available for them to get them in. And it's not just to learn about earthworks or a little bit on soils. It's those guys that I teach them about networking. And so now they have a new contact, Joel Simmons, right?